I think people got mad because when Tennessee scored that 75-yard touchdown run on the first play of the game, not only did I not get mad, I had no reaction at all. Am I happy about it? No, I hate it. But this is the fifth game in a row that defensively Georgia has allowed an opening drive touchdown. 5 games in a row. The other team has scored a touchdown on their first drive of the game. So was I happy about it? No. Was I surprised or shocked? No. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. It's weird. It's weird that any team would ever allow a touchdown on the opening drive of a game for 5 games in a row. It's strange that any team would do that. The fact that Georgia's doing it with a top 10 defense, you can troll or type or whatever you want about whatever you think about Georgia's defense, it's in the top 10 at least. It's just strange. So no, it didn't make me mad. Georgia went right down the field, kicked the field goal, then Tennessee's second possession, they forced a 3-and-out. It's just what they do. Tennessee had a 75-yard run on the first play of the game. And then on the last drive of the first half, with Georgia in prevent defense mode, Tennessee got far enough down the field to kick a field goal. Every other drive, every other possession Tennessee had was absolutely nothing. And here we are, 24-10 at halftime. I thought Georgia avoided disaster on that interception that Beck threw. They ended up calling a penalty on Tennessee. That was a bad throw by Carson Beck. And then even though Georgia got the ball back because of the penalty on Tennessee, Beck just looked rattled. He came out. The next throw was bad. He almost threw an interception. The play after that, we ended up having to punt the ball to Tennessee. He looked rattled. I was a little bit worried at that point because Beck did look rattled. But came right back out on the next drive and drove Georgia down the field for yet another touchdown. Dylan Bell having the game of his life. I mean, this is like 6th string. If it wasn't for Dylan Bell, Georgia'd never win a game. I can't wait to see all those comments. Dylan Bell's got a touchdown pass, a touchdown catch, 5 or 6 catches total. Ladd McConkey's not playing. I don't know. Something with his ankle from last week. I don't know if his back is acting back up like he had earlier in the year. I don't know if he's got COVID. I don't know what the fuck. But there is no Ladd McConkey. So it's a lot of Dominic Lovett and Dylan Bell. I don't even think Dylan Bell played last week. And he's the best player on the field today. Other teams could learn a lot from that, Other teams could learn a lot from how Georgia distributes the ball around and doesn't rely on just one player like, Jamison Williams or Marvin Harrison, for example. We actually have more than one good player on offense. So, yeah, but if it wasn't for Dylan Bell, we'd never win a game. Brock Bowers had a touchdown today. If it wasn't for Brock Bowers, never win a game. I know. If it wasn't for Brock Bowers and Dylan Bell and Marcus Rosemary, Jack Saint, and Ra Thomas and Dominic Lovett and Dejon Edwards and Kendall Milton and Carson Beck and Oscar Delp and Xavier Story and Smile Munnin and C.J. Allen and fucking Warren Brinson and Kamari Lassiter and Dalen Everett and Malachi Starks and Javon Bullard and Tyke Smith. And we'd never win a game if we didn't have those 35 players or whatever. Yeah, y'all figured it out. Good guys on top, 24-10. Look, Tennessee just not any good. I don't know what to tell you. They're garbage. They're not any good. They haven't been any good in 25 years. They say, look, half the time Tennessee got the ball, they're talking to Dolly Parton. And you know what? I've seen enough of this fucking Dolly Parton, by the way. Who cares? Look, I guarantee last week not a soul on earth cared about Dolly Parton. Nobody. No, they don't even, Dolly Parton, the national treasure. No. Since when? Since when? I'm trotting her out there. Spent 10 minutes interviewing her during the game. Nobody cares. Next week, nobody will care again. Why do we have to pretend care about somebody just because Tennessee thinks it's a good idea to trot them out onto the field? I don't get it. There ain't not a day has ever gone by where somebody has tried to talk to me on here about Dolly Parton until yesterday. Now, no one cares. Nobody. Dolly Parton is like, Dollywood's like the flea market of amusement parks. Dolly Parton hadn't had a hit song since before I was born, and I'm old as fuck. And then Dolly Parton dust her off, fucking dried up, dusty ass bitch. Anyway, Tennessee's horrendous and terrible. Josh Heupel's roaming the sideline like he looks like a damn, what are those people called that hop on trains? A hobo. Josh Heupel's roaming the sidelines like a goddamn hobo. All he needs is like one of those sticks with a fucking shirt on the end filled with extra clothes and shit. He looks, you know what he looks like? He doesn't look like him, but he reminds me of the guy that gets on top of the train in Polar Express, Doesn't know where the fuck he's going, that guy. He just looks homeless, hobo-ish, sloppy. He's wearing clothes again that don't fit. He's smacking gum on the sidelines for no reason. He'll be doing it in the post-game press conference too. But Tennessee's not any good. They're getting embarrassed by Georgia in Knoxville, 24-10. Oh, well, we had a 14-game losing streak. Yeah, because Georgia hasn't played there during those 14 games. Georgia beats you every time we play there, dummy. We haven't lost in Neyland since 2015, and we play there every other year. You think Georgia gave a fuck about your home winning streak? No, you beat a bunch of nobodies up there. Who'd you beat there? A bunch of nobodies. Florida, Bama, South Carolina, fucking Vandy, Missouri last year. You beat a bunch of garbage can teams. You haven't beat Georgia and Neyland in 8 years, dummy. Since 2015, 14-game home winning streak. Nobody cares. Hell, less people care about that than care about Dolly fucking Parton. But congratulations on having a 75-yard touchdown run to start the game. Other than that, the game's a blowout. This game's already over. It was over before it started. UCLA up on Southern Cal 14-7. North Carolina and Clemson, low scoring. I'm a little surprised. 7-7 on that one. West Virginia up bigly over Cincinnati, which is good for Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou has a bet on that one. I'm 1-1 on my bets this week. I won last night on Washington State. I bet on Washington State against Colorado. I won that bet. It was Washington State -4. They won by 44 or whatever it was. I had a bet on Indiana earlier today, -3, and boy, they blew it. They scored a touchdown with like 2 minutes to go that gave them a 4-point lead. I thought I was golden. They let Michigan State go right down the field and score a game-winning touchdown. Made me so damn mad. That put me at 1-1. My third bet of the day is this West Virginia-Cincinnati game. I'm on West Virginia -6.5. Last time I looked, I think it was 35-7 or something. West Virginia was up. I didn't bet any of the 3:30 afternoon games outside of the West Virginia game, which I think came on at 2:30 actually. I'll bet some of the primetime games tonight. But anyway, that's how I'm doing on my bets. We'll run through some scores real quick while we contemplate how much Tennessee fucking sucks. Arizona's up on Utah 28-10. I should have bet on that one. I called that one all week. I took Arizona. I was on Arizona. I liked Arizona big at home. Didn't have the balls to bet it, though, but they're up 28-10. Illinois and Iowa 10-9 at halftime. Another baseball score there. Unbelievable. Notre Dame up 17-7 over Wake Forest in the Sam Hartman Bowl. Yeah, Sam Hartman used to play at Wake. Now he plays at Notre Dame. Ohio State 13-0 over Minnesota. Another offensive explosion from the Suckeyes today. Oregon up 35-0 on Arizona State halfway through the second quarter. I'm telling you, Oregon is a problem for anybody they play, including Georgia. Or Michigan or Florida State, whatever team you want to name. Oregon is really, really good. Bo Nix might win the Heisman, too. 21-9, Oklahoma State's losing again. There you go, some score updates for you. All right, I'm live streaming. If you want to come celebrate Georgia's big win over Tennessee, come hang out with me. Boy, the trolls got so mad. Tennessee scored that touchdown on the first play of the game. Immediately, my comment section filled up with trolls. The view count went boop, 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 up and away. 15 minutes later, I couldn't find one of them. They're gone. It was gone, and they won't be back. But if you want to come hang out with me during the second half and celebrate Georgia's big victory over the Hilljack and Voltards, we're live streaming. Come over and hang out. Tonight's primetime stream will be on Patreon. But, yeah. Have a good morning.